See, we'll do the calls on Zoom. That's something we decided earlier. Okay. So I'm joining Teams only because your admin wants me to sign in on Teams. But we will do the classes on Zoom, and I will also the ones on Teams. Are you able to hear me? The class is happening on Zoom, so please join.
Ma'am, can we leave Teams because the voice is breaking?
No. Teams is you can leave Teams. Yes, I will be signed in on Teams. You can leave Teams. Okay, so we'll start today's class. We will do a small recap from the previous class. Does anybody remember what we did day before yesterday?
Ma'am, Shreyas, prayers.
Shreya's prayers.
Yeah, and differentiation between them. So, what is right and what is wrong? How
Correct.
to control the manas,
That's correct. Okay.
and how to
So
have a control on our feelings. If we are going wrong, also how to take a control and go on a right way.
that's right. So let me just share my
Ma'am, before we proceed, one
mm,
question.
mm.
Ma'am, I think you have received the email IDs of everyone,
I
but
need to check one second, which is the correct email IDs. I got these two email IDs. One
oh,
second. So, it says fintech at mitvpu.ac.in. This is one email ID I got. The other I got is mdt at mitvpu.ac.in.
ma'am, those are my specializations, and both are correct because
And
half students.
all of you will get this.
Madam. Yes,
All of you will get.
yes, ma'am, but you have to send on both the emails because some people are from fintech and some are from marketing.
Oh, MDT is marketing, is it?
Yes, ma'am, yes. Seven
Okay.
people are there from marketing.
Okay. I will be sending right after this class. I'll be sending both. Okay. I wanted to confirm with you because I asked Vaishnavi, she didn't reply. So I thought I will check with you guys. Okay. So you'll get whatever I covered that day. Right after whatever we covered after the minor one, right? You'll get all those notes. Okay, can you see my screen? Can you see the screen? So this is a nice
Yes,
image.
ma'am, we can see that.
Everything starts off with vasanas. Vasanas are the inner desires. And what the vasanas do is based on the vasanas, we choose whatever our vasana kind of pushes us towards doing, which is what is prayers. So the vasana says junk food, yeah, junk food, or, have a Coke, or, go for money. So whatever feels nice, pleasurable, okay, that is prayers. So, whenever we say my wish, mostly it is actually not our wish. It's vasanas forcing us to do something. Okay. Shreyas is basically being able to go beyond this. And instead of taking the easy way, take the right way. Not the difficult way, the right way. Of course, the easy way is easier. Right way will be more difficult compared to the easy way, but ultimately reach to a better place. And how do you go that? You by becoming a jitatma. So by mastering your senses. When you're able to master your senses, then you're able to kind of not get affected by what is, what feels good or what feels comfortable. So this, I think we understood these three concepts, right? So they sound very similar. They are related concepts, but I think you all understood the difference. Okay. Shall we do a small um like a case? Okay. Because these will be the kind of questions that we will have in our exams. So can you see this? Can one of you
Yes,
read
ma'am.
this? Can one of you read this? Some one of you.
Rahul is in college.
Hmm.
Is a college cricket player. He has an important match coming up next week. His coach has advised him to practice every evening to improve his performance. Should I read the next one?
Yeah, read it fully.
Okay, ma'am. One evening, Rahul comes back tired from his class. His friends invite him to hang out, watch a movie, and relax. He feels a strong pull to join them because it's fun and he wants a break. At the same time, he remembers his commitment to practice and knows it will help him to perform better in the match. Rahul pauses and thinks about what to do next.
Yeah, you
What
can
is
stop here.
the
You can
important?
stop here. Okay. So
Yes,
now I'm
ma'am.
going to, thanks, Aishwarya. So now for the others in the class, this is the question. So we studied in the last class Vasana, Preyas, Shreyas, and Jidatma. So I want each of you to tell me what over here is his Vasana, what can we identify as the Preyas, what is Shreyas, and how can Rahul become a Jitatma? So one by one. What is the Vasana over here? Anyone apart from Aishwarya wants to answer this? Rituja, Suraj, Krishna, any of you? Meghna. What is the Vasana? What is his Vasana? Rituja, can you answer this? What is Rahul's Vasana over here? Are you guys on the call? See, it's like this when I call your name and if you don't answer, I'll assume that you have not joined the class.
Ma'am, actually, there is some issue regarding Wi-Fi.
Okay. Mhm. Yeah, can you answer, Rituja? Suraj? Santosh? See, there's no point answering only during attendance and not answering during class, right? I hope you know class participation is part of your internal evaluation. Aishwarya, you want to take a stab? What is the Vasana over here?
Past experience which we are having, because of which we are influencing our current decisions.
In this case, what is Rahul's Vasana?
Ma'am, over here he is getting double mind because his friends are calling him hangout and fun.
Yeah.
But now he wants to practice for the cricket because he knows that he will perform better in that case. So
Yeah.
it is up to him which decision he should take on.
So the Vasana is basically the need for fun and to hang out with his friends. That is the Vasana. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is Shreyas and Prayas over here? Prayers means what is the Prayers action?
Ma'am, prayer section is hanging out and watching a movie.
Correct. Hanging out with his friends and watching a movie. And Shreya's action?
Practicing for the cricket for betterment in his performance.
Practicing, right? And the ability to tell his friends that, sorry, I can't come today, and go and actually practice. That is what will make him a Jitatma. Okay. So it's pretty simple actually. Nothing very, out of the world. It's just that, these kind of cases I'll give you and I will expect you to clearly write what is the Vasana, what is the Shreyas, what is Prayers, and what makes him Jitatma. Okay, so to the point, if you answer like this, you will get marks. So we'll look at another similar issue. Ananya is a final year student who has received 2 internship offers. One is from a well-known company with a high stipend, but it's mostly routine work with very little learning. The other is from a small organization that offers meaningful projects and strong mentorship, but the pay is low and less prestigious. She feels pressure from her peers and family to choose the high-paying, well-known company. She also notices her own excitement at the idea of status recognition and immediate financial reward. However, she quietly reflects that the second option may help her grow in the long term and align better with her career goals. She feels torn between these pulls and must decide which offer to accept. Okay. This is a case where 2 job offers are there. Okay. What do you think is the Shreyas here and what is the Prayas here? Anybody wants to answer this? Any of you are on the call? So if I call your name Meghna, Meghna, what is Shreyas here and what is Prayas here? Nobody wants to answer? Come on, this is just not okay. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Meghna.
Hello. Ma'am, in this case, Ananya has two internship offers.
Hmm.
Basically, so offer one is high stipend, well-known company,
Hmm.
and also there is a routine work with low learning.
Hmm.
And the second offer consists of lower pay, smaller organization, but there is strong mentorship and meaningful project. And now she's confused between immediate reward and social recognition, and also long-term growth and career alignment. So prayers here is like short-term pleasure, and
Yes.
it is like high stipend, brand name, and Shreyas here is learning focus internship, which will include meaningful project, strong mentorship, and skill development.
Correct. So what is her Vasana over here? What is the Vasana which is making her want the Prayas? What is the Vasana here? Anybody else wants to answer this? Suraj or Santosh?
Over here is getting a high payment.
Getting a high payment, right?
Yeah.
Excitement at
And
the idea of status recognition, right? That status and recognition, that is the excitement for that. That is basically her Vasana.
reputation and fame.
Correct. She wants that recognition and fame, right? And it's not just internal Vasana. There's external pressure also. Her family also wants her to take it, right? Because it is, it's much better, well paying. So she feels the pressure from her friends and family. But Shreyas is always long term focus, right? So short term, you might not get the gain, but it's a long term focus. So Shreyas is to basically go with whatever aligns with her career goal. All right. So is the concept clear now of these two? Relatively simple. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Now, before, I'm going to take a topic on dharma, but before that, I just wanted to ask you. So there can see three creatures over here. One is a tree, one is a deer, and what is a wolf? In your opinion, who is bad and who is good? If somebody was to be bad and somebody was to be good, who would you say?
Ma'am, dear,
Deer is what? Bad or good?
good.
Good. And
And
wolf?
tree.
And tree is good. And wolf?
Wolf is bad.
Wolf is bad. Why is wolf bad?
Ma'am, because it's considered as a cruel animal
It's
and a
considered
carnivore.
cruel. It's
And
carnivore, it's cruel, right?
yeah,
So we
and
all,
ma'am,
yeah. Who
is
are,
who
sorry?
always goes in the crowd. It is a wolf are the goes who goes in the crowd and does the mishaps.
Correct. So wolf goes and creates problems, and then the deer and the deer is basically gentle, right? And the tree is basically, all trees are like good, okay? Who is agreeing with Aishwarya? All of you put a thumbs up. Those who agree that the wolf is bad. Just show of hands. Who thinks Is that thumbs down over here? I don't know if there's a thumbs down. Okay. So we normally think that cruel carnivorous animals are bad, right? And soft animals like herbivorous are good and trees are all good. Okay. This is what we normally think. But I'm going to tell you a story. Okay. Why? Because we are going to discuss the topic of dharma. Okay. So what is dharma? Maybe we might cover it in this class. Maybe we might cover it in the next class. Okay. So before we talk about dharma, we first will talk about what we think and what is good and what is bad. So does anybody understand what you mean by dharma? Have you any of you heard the term dharma?
Business ethics, dharma is considered as a righteous actions.
Dharma is very good. Dharma is considered as righteous action, the right way to do things. Okay, what is a right action? So what is a right action? So whatever sustains us, that is a right action. 1 second, let me see. One second. I'll just change the slides a little bit. Order. Can you see my screen? So dharma comes from the Sanskrit word dhr. Okay, dhr dharane. Dhr to means to sustain, to hold. So something that holds things together. Okay, makes it steady, keeps it in place, keeps it in position, sustains it. That is dhr. So that is dharma. So dharma means that which keeps things together, holds things. Just give me a minute. Okay. So dharma comes from the root dhr, to hold, to sustain. Okay. What is meaning of sustain? Sustain is basically something that keeps it together, because of which it can continue, because of which it doesn't break. So anything which is a foundation, that is dharma. Okay. So dharma is that which keeps things together. Now we will understand this in the context of a story. So there is a place in the US called Yellowstone National Park. Have you all heard of Yellowstone? So it is a national park in the US. Okay. So since this is a story, I would like you all to participate a little bit. So this Yellowstone National Park, in the 18th century, okay, basically 19th century, 1800s, these settlers from Europe came over there. And they all started settling in various parts of America. And that time there were a lot of wolves in the Yellowstone National Park. So the wolves used to attack the settlers. The settlers came with all their, livestock, chicken, goat, this, that, and all. And in the night, the wolves would come and attack everything. So what they did is they hunted and killed all the wolves. And in fact, they even took the skin and they made wolf coats and all. Okay. So in the 1800s, by the 1800s, the wolves were hunted and became extinct. No more wolves. Okay. So who thinks that's a good thing? Killing all the wolves? Now, what happened? Because the wolves were not there, the deer didn't have anybody to attack them. So without the wolves, the deer population began to grow because there's nobody to chase them away. So the deer became very confident. They go anywhere, there is nobody to attack them. And they began growing exponentially because there's nobody, hunting the deer. Okay. And they began to grow so much. And also because there was nobody attacking them, the deer stopped migrating. And because they stopped migrating, they started overgrazing. So how does that happen? When the deer is being chased from one place to one place, they don't stay. When the wolves are there, the deer don't stay in one place. They keep on running away. So today they'll eat here, tomorrow they'll go here, day after they'll go somewhere else, then they'll go somewhere else. They'll move across, okay? And they graze wherever they go. Now, because there is no wolves, the deers also became lazy. They said, oh, we will sit here only and we will eat whatever is around us. So they stopped migrating and they started overgrazing. What do you think will happen once overgrazing starts? What do you think will happen once overgrazing starts? Anybody wants to answer? Don't come just for a attendance. Please participate in the class. So because they stopped migrating and they started overgrazing, they started eating the trees before the trees could grow. So they had this, willow tree, which is very famous in that area. Before the willow tree could grow, the deer started eating the branches. Okay. And what happened is then the tree growth started getting affected. And the trees were not able to regenerate. The plants were not able to regenerate because the deer was eating them faster than they could grow. Why the deer was eating them? Because the deer is not moving to a new place. Idhar hi khana mil raha hai, they're eating everything there only. Why are they eating everything there? Because there's nobody to chase them. The wolves are all dead. And so much so that the whole place started becoming like a dry and deserted, not desert, but a dry area. And it started seeing forest fires. So much so that 180 years later, in 1988, there was the worst ever forest fire in Yellowstone National Park, where almost everything was like burnt. Okay. So I'll stop here. Does anybody have any thoughts over here? So can we say that the wolves were bad? So Aishwarya, I'll ask you only since you're the one who answered. Shraddha, are you there? Nobody's answering. So in this example, what we see is that the wolves, although we consider them to be cruel creatures, they were playing a very important role because the wolves were making the deer run, because of which the overgrazing didn't happen. And when the wolves went away, overgrazing started, and so much so part of the forest had become almost like a desert and prone to forest fires. So then what happened is, the story is not over, okay? So what happened is, they introduced the forest officials in 1990s. They brought 41 wolves from Canada, okay? So they said that all the wolves in Yellowstone were hunted 200 years ago. There are no more wolves. Let us bring the wolves back. So they brought 41 wolves to the Yellowstone National Park from Canada. And what happened is that the moment the wolves came, the deer started running. Okay, the deer population became under control and the deer started migrating again. So what do you think is the result of it? Anybody wants to say? So because the deer started migrating, the trees also started growing. They had time to grow. The deer is not eating up all the leaves the moment they come. The deer runs around and comes back after some time, right? So the tree was able to get time to grow. So now that is not the only thing that happened. This willow tree, it's a special tree and it's used by the beaver animal. So you might have seen the beaver is an animal that basically makes its house using sticks on the river. Okay, it makes dams. Its house is basically a little dam. So the beaver which had almost disappeared along with the wolves, the beavers population started coming back. And the beavers started making dams on the river again because now they got the willow tree. Earlier, there was no willow tree. The beavers couldn't make the dams. When the willow tree started growing again, the beaver population started growing again. And they started making dams on the river. And what happens is when they started making dams on the river, the course, the path of the river changed. What the dam does is that it diverts the water, no? So the beaver, when they made the dams again, the river started flowing in different directions. And when the river started flowing in different directions, the whole place started becoming green again, and which significantly reduced the forest fires. So what we are basically saying over here is that every animal over here played a different role. So even though we think that the wolves are basically violent and they're chasing the deer, because the wolf chased the deer, the wolf is actually protecting the willow tree. And because the deer is not overgrazing, so for the willow tree, the deer is actually the villain. Okay. For the person, for the beaver, he is dependent on the willow tree, without which he can't, make a dam. Because the beaver is able to make a dam, the water is flowing in new directions, the river is flowing properly. Okay. So what we are basically trying to tell here is that everything is connected. So I'll just pause here. How many of you understood the story? I want to see some thumbs up, thumbs down questions. This is going to be the attendance. Only if I see reactions, I'm going to mark attendance. If not, I won't mark attendance. Okay, who's Google Pixel? Please unmute yourself. Tell me who is that.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. Myself, Rehan Irfan Sheikh.
Rehan, okay. So what do you understand in each of this is that the nature of the wolf is what? The nature of the wolf is to be a carnivore, to chase the animal. What is the nature of the deer? To graze. It's a herbivore. What is the nature of the tree? It's to grow and, give lot of trees and leaves. I mean, lot of leaves and things like that. What is the nature of the beaver? It is basically to build dams. What is the nature of the river? It is to flow. So everybody did their own job. They just did whatever they are supposed to. So the nature of something is what is its dharma. Okay. So when we talk about dharma, the dharma is basically the nature of something. Okay. Now here I'll need you all to basically answer. So dharma is basically the property of something. So what is the dharma of the wolf? The dharma of the wolf is to hunt and kill other animals. What is the dharma of the deer? It is to run and to graze. What is the dharma of the tree? It is to grow and give fruits and plant and leaves and flowers. What is the dharma of the beaver? It is to build dams. What is the dharma of the river? It is to grow. So the dharma of somebody or of something, it is the nature of that person. It is based on the nature, but not a selfish nature. It is a nature because of which other things are coexisting. Okay. So if you saw over here, because the wolf is hunting, in a way it's protecting the greenery. Although the wolf is not directly saying that I'm going to support nature, because it's controlling the population of the herbivores. In a way, it is protecting the forest. Okay. So because of your own nature, when you do your own job, you end up supporting the rest of society. That is what is called sustenance. When everything does the role it is supposed to do. Okay. You by your own nature, by your own behavior, by doing it correctly, there is harmony in that ecosystem. There's order. Order and harmony is maintained. Justice is maintained. Balance is maintained. That is basically what we call dharma. Okay, I will stop now and I will ask you questions. So did you understand what is the meaning of dharma, Manasvi? Manasvi, please unmute yourself. Did you understand what is dharma? Santosh, do you understand what is dharma? See, there's nobody here removing you from class, from the, you're basically, all you have to do is unmute your mic and speak. Okay. So if you're not able to unmute your mic, even if it is to tell me your network is not functioning, it basically shows that you are not in the class and therefore you will not get attendance. Okay. So Manasvi, Santosh, no attendance for today. Dhaval, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What did you understand by dharma? From this example of the wolves, what did you understand by dharma?
Dharma means moral duties.
Dharma means a duty. So what is the duty of the wolf? Did you hear the story about Yellowstone National Park? Dhaval? Did you pay attention to the story of the Yellowstone National Park?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Did anybody else listen to it? Can anybody else answer this question?
Ma'am, I heard the story, but my connection was a little bit weak. But
Yeah.
it seems like I heard that because of birds and the willow tree and all, they made a nest and the river flow direction changed, which
Yes.
enriched the survival of the animals.
Yes. So so basically we are talking about dharma. So when we are talking about a sustainable Yellowstone National Park, all the animals are working. Sorry, Krishna, you raised your hand. You have a question?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Do you want to answer? What is dharma?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. The dharma means doing the right things.
Doing the right thing. And it's not doing
And
the right thing, not just the right thing, doing the right thing as per your nature.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if a wolf starts eating grass, that is not the dharma of the wolf. Okay. If the
Yes, ma'am. Wolf
deers,
dharma is hunting the animals and
correct.
maintaining the population balance.
Absolutely right. Very right. So the wolf's dharma is to hunt the animals and maintain the population balance. The deer's dharma is to basically graze and eat the,
Grazing on planet.
yes, grazing. Okay, because the plants also, overgrowing of plants will make it very, forests become too thick, right? So everybody's dharma is basically based on their nature, and each person is connected with each other. So all these creatures are connected with each other. The beaver can't live by itself. It needs the willow tree. It needs the river. The river is dependent again. How the river flows depends on all these creatures. So nobody can live alone. Everybody, which is different. The wolf is different. The the deer is different. The tree is different. The beaver is different. The river is different. Yet when they all come together, the forest basically grows. So dharma is the principle by which the forest is thriving. When the forest is thriving, when the forest is doing well, when society is in harmony, when the world is in harmony, then we can say dharma is working. That means everybody is doing their own dharma. When everybody is doing their own dharma, then things are in harmony. So dharma is basically that which makes others okay. Dharma is not basically what is good for me. Dharma is me doing what is right for others. Is this clear? Is this point clear to all of you? So dharma is what I do so that others can be comfortable. So when they say dharma is righteous behavior, it is not generally, oh, I'm great, you're not great. Dharma is not that. Dharma is that, am I doing things such that everybody around me is benefiting? So when I am doing things which is benefiting others, when I am doing my job, I'm not doing somebody else's job. If I do your job, that's not dharma. I should do my job and it should benefit everybody. Okay. Just think about it like a skit. You have all seen skit in school. Every actor has to tell their line. The villain has to tell his line, hero has to tell the line, heroine has to tell her line, comedian has to tell his line. If the hero starts telling the villain's line and the villain starts telling the comedian's line, imagine what will happen. The drama will be total flop, right? So if something has to work well, everybody has to do their part. You have to play your part. If you're the villain, be a good villain. If you're the heroine, be a good heroine. If you're a comedian, be a good comedian. So dharma is about doing your role so that the play continues properly. Is this point clear to all of you? Now, there are different aspects to dharma. Okay. So everybody has a dharma. So each and every one of us has a dharma. But all of our dharma is not the same. Why? Because we are different people. So my dharma, Aishwarya's dharma, Krishna, your dharma, okay, Santosh, your dharma, Kedar, your dharma, all of us have different dharmas. We will have something which is common, we'll have something which is different. So there are many parts. We'll look at each of this a little later. Okay. So the first thing we must understand is that dharma is the result of many things. Okay. I am your teacher. So I have a dharma because of my role as a teacher. I also have a child. So I have a dharma as a parent. I also have parents. So I have a dharma as a daughter. I'm married. So I have a dharma as a wife. I'm a citizen of India. So I have a dharma as a citizen of India. Okay. So based on the roles that we have, based on the family and based on society, there are different things that get added to the dharma. Okay. Which is what we see over here. So what an individual's dharma is called the swadharma. Swadharma means one's own. Okay. Swadharma is your own dharma. So what is your own dharma? It's based on many things. It is based on your kula, varnashrama, okay, pravritti, nivritti, apad. So many things. We'll discuss each of this in more detail. At the bare minimum, we will see three kinds of dharma. Okay. Varna dharma, ashrama dharma, and samanya dharma. First, we will look at samanya dharma. Samanya means general. So, general dharma. What is general dharma? Because you are a human being, you have a dharma. Okay. Because you are a human being, you have a dharma. What is that dharma as a human being? These are general things every human being should follow. What is it? Be honest, don't lie, don't steal, maintain cleanliness of basically body as well as mind. Okay. So those kind of simple things which we are taught. Okay. Work hard. Those are samanya dharma. So samanya dharma is because you're a human being and not an animal, be able to control your behavior. Okay. Don't speak negative things too much. That is samanya dharma. So everybody has a samanya dharma because you're humans. Don't kill others. Okay. Don't be violent. Okay. Don't tell lies. These are basics which we are taught as children. Okay, irrespective, all everywhere in the world, Samanya Dharma basically means that as a human being, how do you behave like a human being and not become like an animal? So, honesty, cleanliness, not stealing, telling the truth, not stealing, not killing, not being violent. Okay, all these things are part of Samanya Dharma. Now, again, because of the stage of life you are in, there is a dharma. We saw what corresponds to stage of life, ashrama or varna? Can someone tell me? Stage of life is what? Last class we discussed it. So we saw that ashrama is the stage of life, correct? How many ashramas are there? We saw there are 4 ashramas: brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasa. And we saw that in brahmacharya, we are basically students. In grihastha, we are basically, engaging with society. We start families, we start our careers. In vanaprastha, we are basically stepping away from all the social structures. And in sannyasa, we are basically moving away from everything and focusing on our own spiritual development. So the ashrama dharma is basically your dharma based on your stage on life. So the dharma will change for a person depending on the age. When you are a child, you are not expected to earn. When you are a child, you are expected to study. When you are an adult, you are expected to earn and support your family. You're not expected to earn and support your family when you're old. You're expected that the family will support you when you're old, but you're supposed to mentor others. Okay? And in sannyasa, there is no expectation. You are cut off and you do your own thing. Okay? You focus on your spiritual development. You're not expected to earn money when you're in sannyasa ashrama. Okay? So the dharma of an individual also changes based on the age of the person or whichever milestone he is in, whatever part of whatever life stage he is in. So that is basically the ashrama dharma. Okay. The third part of dharma, another. So for everybody, so we will do this exercise. We'll basically understand this. Maybe in the next class we will do some exercises around this. So, but what we're trying to say is that there is a common dharma for everybody, which is don't lie, don't steal, don't be violent. Okay, that is Samanya Dharma. On top of that, based on your age and stage in life, your position, okay, there is an Ashrama Dharma. Okay, so if you're a student, your Dharma is also over and above of don't lie, don't steal, etc. You're also expected to study. If you are in Grihastha, you are expected to contribute towards society, support your family, find an occupation. Okay. If you are in Vanaprastha Ashrama, you are expected to basically mentor others, step away from, basically give responsibility to others and step away from things. So your Ashrama Dharma is additional duties which are added based on your life stage. Then what is the Varna Dharma? Varna Dharma is based on your nature. We saw nature and activities Varna, right? So if you are a Kshatriya Varna, then your duty is to protect others. Okay. If you are the Brahmana Varna, your duty is basically to spread intellectual to spread knowledge and intellectual contribution. If your Varna is basically Vaishya Varna, then you're expected to basically help society grow financially, improve the prosperity of your society, focus on the economic development of your society. Okay. And if you're a Shudra Varna, then you are expected to basically support society with your effort and hard work. Okay. So depending on your Varna, there are extra activities which are expected. So a Shudra Varna is not expected to contribute intellectually. Okay. He is expected to contribute through hard work. A Kshatriya Varna is not expected to contribute through intellectually. He is expected to contribute through through his warrior abilities, through his protective power, through his basically leadership. Okay, so that is what a Kshatriya is expected. So a Vaishya is again not expected to fight wars. The Vaishya Varna is to bring in economic progress and economic development. So depending on your Varna, again your Dharma changes. Okay, so a person between two people, if you take any two people, the Samanya Dharma is the same for everybody. But the Ashrama Dharma and the Varna Dharma will change for people. And all of this put together is what we call the Swadharma. Okay? Any doubts on the concept of Swadharma? So, you look at it over here. So, Swadharma is your own dharma. It is a combination of your Varna Ashrama Dharma. It is also a result of your family's dharma. So, Kula Dharma. So some people come from certain families. In that family, you will have some responsibility. Some, some families they'll have some. They come from certain temple families or some agricultural families or different things. So each family has its own, specific role in society, and the Kula Dharma is part of that. Men and women also have different dharmas. For example, women, a very important dharma for women is to have children and to basically nurture those children. Okay. So having children and nurturing those children is an important part of a Stri Dharma. Okay. What Purusha Dharma is also important. Purusha Dharma is basically to make sure that you're supporting and protecting your family. Okay. Now, no doubt women are earning and a lot of men are staying at home. So we are not saying that it has to be only that way. But basically, different society over the years has different roles for men and women as to how they need to contribute towards the family and society. So your gender also has its own dharma. Then a king has specific dharma, which is called Raja Dharma. Raja Dharma is basically what is the role of a leader. Now, in this course, we will be studying a lot more on Raja Dharma. So the next few classes are basically about understanding what is Raja Dharma. Through that, we understand what is leadership. Okay. So Raja Dharma is the role of the duty of a leader, and Praja Dharma is the duty of a follower. So the duty of a follower is not simply to follow, but to also question the leader when the leader goes wrong. Okay. So that's Raja and Praja Dharma. Pravritti, Nivritti, we will discuss it a little later because we'll have to understand the terms first. We also have Yuga Dharma. Yuga Dharma is the Dharma of the times, current times. So depending on which time we are in, the Dharma during war and the Dharma during peace are very different. Okay, the Dharma of a society changes depending on the time of the day also. Okay, so that's part of Yuga Dharma. So I'll stop over here. Any questions about Dharma?
No, ma'am. Ma'am,
Hmm.
one thing I need to confirm that the story which you have discussed, actually, I got disconnected in between.
Yeah,
So, ma'am, does your PPT has the story mentioned in it?
I will do one thing. I'll send you all a YouTube video. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this Yellowstone, the wolves coming back to Yellowstone National Park is actually a well-documented, story. But it is never explained as a dharma story. Okay, I am teaching it to you as dharma, but it's a well-known story. So what we are trying to understand is that, so you can watch the video and then we can come back and ask me questions in the next class. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, fine. Ma'am, can we get the PPTs if once you get confirmed with the
Today I will
email?
send it to you. Yeah, those 2 email IDs you confirm, no? I will send it to you right after this class. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I just want to confirm that everybody, FinTech and MDT, FinTech at MIT VPU and MDT at MIT VPU, you'll all get the mails, no? This is only
Yes,
for
ma'am.
final, it's only for final year, no? Not for first year, right?
Yes, ma'am. It is for final year only.
Because it didn't have the year and all over here. So that's why I was a bit confused.
Ma'am, actually, that time only one batch was running, no? That's why they didn't give the
Okay.
names of the year.
Makes sense. All right, so we'll stop over here for today. I'll take the attendance.
Sure, ma'am.
Madam present.
कौन है ये पूछने से पहले? मतलब कौन है वो प्रेजेंट?
Krishna.
कृष्णा, you answered something, so definitely I'll give you attendance. बाकी सब तो सो रहे थे.
No, no, sorry, ma'am.
Present, madam.
I think I was misheard that.
You know what is attendance, no? One who is attending, who has attention, they only have attendance. So attendance is connected to attention. If attention is not there, then how can there be attendance? You're attending to something. Who are you attending to? You're attending to your teacher's teaching. So if you don't attend to the class, how can you have attendance? We are not we're not marking presence, right? Okay, anyway. Meghna, present.
Present, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
One second. Let me call your name, then you answer. If you have questions after the class. Meghna, present. Rutuja,
Present, ma'am.
Prithviraj,
Present, ma'am.
Sri Krishna,
Present, ma'am.
Suraj, Vineet.
Present, ma'am.
Suraj is absent,
Yes, ma'am. Present.
but you didn't answer when I called you earlier. Abhishek,
Present, ma'am. Present.
Pooja,
Present, ma'am.
Mayur, absent.
Ma'am, I am present, ma'am. There is a login issue. I'm present.
Aishwarya, present.
Present, ma'am.
Actually, the
Present,
only
ma'am.
person who should
Present,
get
ma'am.
only person who should get attendance is Aishwarya. Bharat,
Thank you, ma'am.
Bharat, absent.
No, ma'am.
San- See, if you don't
Bharat
even
is
pay
present,
attention,
ma'am.
Santosh,
Present, ma'am.
Dhaval,
Present, ma'am.
Rehan,
Present, ma'am.
Shraddha,
I'm Rehan
ma'am.
present.
Kedar,
Shraddha,
Prerna.
present, ma'am.
Prerna,
Present, ma'am.
Savari.
Kedar present, ma'am.
Savari is absent. Yash,
Present, ma'am.
Manasvi,
Present.
Present, ma'am.
Sangam.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Next time, if I don't hear even once, if you don't answer when I call your name, then I will not mark you present. Okay? Are we all good with that?
Sure,
I'm
ma'am.
assuming you're good. Okay. All right. I'll see you all on Monday. Tuesday, and I will also send you the video to that Yellowstone National Park on email. You can just take a look at it for those who are interested. Okay. All right.
Sure, ma'am.
Thanks.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye, madam.